What is up, guys? Welcome back to another follow-up video, and today I'm bringing you another episode of our Top 5 Mods series, and this is going to be episode 15, I believe. And before I start the video, I'd like to say, check out my second channel. I'm just going to be uploading on there regularly now. It's going to be like tutorials and stuff, how I make my videos, things like that, let's plays, gameplays, whole bunch of stuff. So if you want to check that out, the link will be in the description, or I'll probably put an annotation right now. So now that I got that out of the way, let's get right into the video.
But I'm going nowhere. Oh, yeah, I'm the type of guy that likes to roam around.
Alright guys, so the first mod that we have is a Purified Wild Plants mod for the PS4 by Here. And the description of this mod states, super simple mod, just allows you to take a wild plant such as a wild carrot and purify it into a normal carrot. Now it can be used for recipes. You can almost do this for the cooking station under a new category called Purification. In the glowing sea, there are special melon blossoms called ash blossoms. Once purified, you'll be able to craft new medicine called Ripley's Antimicrobial. It's a longer lasting herbal microbial used to fight off infections and parasites for survival mode. So basically all you have to do is just go ahead and get a wild plant. It could be melons, mute fruit, razor grain, tarberries, potatoes, corn, carrots, a whole bunch of different things, just as long as they're wild. There's also the ash blossom thing he was talking about. I don't really know where to find those. I didn't have any in my settlement, so I can't help you on that. But once you do that, you're just going to have some purified water with that. And when you take them to the station, it's going ahead and going to purify it. When you take it out, it's going to look like an actual piece of corn. Like, it's not going to be like the mutated corn that's like all purple and grayish. It's going to be like bright yellow and stuff like that. And that goes for the carrots and all the things that go with that. So there is no DLC required for this mod, and also it is compatible with everything I have used. Overall, it's a very, very fun mod to use if you want to just make things look really nice, and you can also use these for decorations. That's what I've been using them for, at least, and you're going to see that in my next upcoming mod video where I build a settlement with mods. And overall, it's a very, very good mod, something to change up the game, and I do recommend it a lot. Okay, so the second mod we have is the Commonwealth Visual Overhaul mod by Sarge Schultz 11. This mod overhauls the overall visual appearance of the game. Removal of fog and god rays, color adjustments giving you vibrancy you'll never experience before. Adjustments to some of the lighting slightly over all of the Commonwealth has given a new look to the game. Colors are less washed out and there is a better light to shadow contrast. The weather effects are slightly improved, fire, plasma, and laser effects are enhanced, and check out the fireworks show while you're at it. These are my own personal tweaks. I've made my own PS4 experience and I've decided to share. And this mod has been out for a while, so there's going to be a lot of updates for it, and he's fixed a lot of things that have been wrong with it, such as at nighttime it was a little dark, and now he made it so it's more visible, and he's fixed a lot of the interior designs for the things, so when you're inside it's going to look better and it's not going to be as dark as it would normally be. I just like this mod because it adds a lot more color into the game, and it makes it look a lot more vibrant and stuff like that. And even like on my Elgato, I have it set up to whenever I record a gameplay, it like increases the contrast and makes the game look better. But now that I have this, I probably won't have to do that anymore. And also, this mod also makes the water in the game look really, really good, and at nighttime it's going to make it look a lot more realistic and stuff like that. So overall, it's a very, very good mod. He says to put this at the top of your load order though, because there could be some issues with other mods depending on what you use. I didn't put it at the top of my load order, but it still worked, so I don't know what the deal is. Maybe if it's mods that affect god rays and stuff like that, it might affect it, but overall, it doesn't require any DLC, and it's a pretty good mod. I recommend it a lot if you just want a mod to make your gameplay look different and not actually affect anything in your game. Our next mod we have is the USS Leviathan, and is by Vaultman111. The description of this mod says as, have you ever wanted to have your own post-apocalyptic cargo ship to live on? Well, now you can with the USS Leviathan. This mod adds your very own cargo ship close to Liberthia. There is a workbench in the vessel so you can customize the ship your way. The ship is huge and has plenty of space to build anything you can think of. There's a spawn marker for your spawn on the ships, and you can land on the vertebrate on it. So basically, this is going to be your very own cargo ship once you spawn on it, and the fun part is that you actually don't have to find it. It's going to be located on your map the second you actually load into your game, and like he says in the mod description, there is a workbench on it, and you can actually download the mod. I'm showing it in the next part of the video, where you can actually add parts of the ship onto it. It's actually pretty cool. You can add cranes, different parts for the ships, you can add ships around it, and if you look around, you can actually see that there's a huge building distance around the thing, so you don't have to worry about only having to place on the ship, so you can make a little ocean village or something like that, something cool on the water. Not only that, but when you go into the ship's cabin, you actually go down the stairs, and there's a little compartment underneath the ship that you can place items in. You can also build things down here and make it your own like little quarters of beds or stuff like that, if you want to make like a bar or private rooms or things like that, there's a lot of room to make anything you pretty much want to. There's not really that much more to this mod. It's just a really simple mod that places a ship into the water that you can use, and this mod does not require any DLC and does not affect any other mods that I've noticed at all. Only thing about that is it's kind of hard to get up that little pole there, but you can probably make a stair later on. And also, there's a really cool lookout place. You go up here. You can actually make an item to go up there if you put stairs up there, something to look out of that. But there's like the little captain's deck that you can look out and stuff like that. So overall, it's a really good mod, and I definitely recommend it. The next mod we have is the USO Far Harbor add-on for Unlocked Settlements mod for the PS4, and it is by Andrew CX. And the required DLC for this is going to be the Far Harbor DLC, just because it adds in a whole bunch of Far Harbor objects that would normally not be in the game that you can place at settlements. This plugin adds additional colors and textures to the workshop barns items added to the Far Harbor DLC, as well as many individually placeable items and decoration from the Far Harbor DLC, including unique items from Acadia and the Children of Adam. Not only are there new barn placements that you can add in, there's also going to be walkways and things like that. As you can see here, there's a whole bunch of different things for the barns. If you go over to the floor area for the barn, there's actually going to be these like brick-like walkway things that you can use for the cement things. They look a lot better than the concrete ones or the wood ones, in my opinion, and they look really nice and like really textured. So that's what I really like about these. There's also a whole bunch of different floors other than these that you can use, as you can see later on in the video. There's going to be like a little pathways that you can use and all that. So to show you all the things in this mod without me talking, I'm going to time-lapse everything in here to make it a little bit shorter and have music play over it. So I will be back in a few minutes or so, however long it takes. So also, it does not require any other mods to do, and it's compatible with pretty much everything. But now with that out of the way, let's get right into the time lapse. Alright guys, our final mod is a Plenty O exploration mod for the PS4 that adds new interiors and exteriors to explore. And this is going to be the beta version, so it still has a lot to add, and this is by Dango San. So the description of this mod says, when Fallout 4 first came out, I played through to Concord. I was extremely disappointed at the amount of houses you could actually go inside. Boarded door, blocked door, I decided that I wanted to change this, so I created this mod. I go to those boring boarded houses to make them so you can enter them. The areas I create can sometimes contain stories that are read through terminals and notes. The stories can branch out and reference other stories in the mod. I also added new places inside the world space in the areas that I feel are too empty. All exterior locations from Barry's temporary retreat are now back with some slight changes. I will replace BTR with something else, as I find it was a bit lacking. I really didn't add much to the rocket. I've also took the terminal out of Sinner's Haunt, and they've renamed it Lone Home, as I felt putting a terminal in every location to make a story was a bit too much, and I tried a bit of environmental storytelling with the aid of a few words on a note. So the reason I downloaded this mod was basically for the reason that he made the mod. I didn't think there was a lot of things in the game that in Concord that you could actually go into, and all the houses were just blocked off and stuff like that. So I figured doing this would be pretty cool, and it could add something into the game if you beat it before and you want something else to look through. Like he said, there's going to be a lot of stories you can look at from the people that used to live there before the war and things like that that are really, really interesting. And it's not only in Concord, it's actually in a lot of other villages across the Fall 4 map. And overall, this mod is very, very good, and it does not require any DLC, and it is pretty much compatible with every other mod that I have used. And with that being said, that is pretty much for all today's video, guys. If you do enjoy the video, make sure to like, subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.
Like flex on you haters, hi haters. This is my world, so it's all in my favor. I like all girls, yeah, all type of flavors, but that don't matter, cause I just got my baby. Put her right there, Mercedes. Oh, I don't wanna like the Navy. For that girl to the sun, done #1 like